Go.
And we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Weebs, Dweebs, and Interweebs podcast.
Who's got
Yay.
stuff playing in their headphones or something? I hear.
I'm sorry. I unplugged y'all. My bad. Hold on. That's what happens when you're rushing.
Hold on. I know I probably should have asked that before we went live, but then I was like, no.
Nah.
Yeah. Now y'all are all nice and stuck in my ear, and I can hear you.
Hello, Miko. Hello. I am Anna. I am usually. I see. You always ask that. I don't know. I'm starting to question myself every time you ask.
Good. Then the questioning is working.
And this week we are having a special host, Mr. Zombie Nev or regular Nev.
No,
I don't know who showed just regular Nev today.
Yeah.
Zombie Nev has presidential duties to do. He can't be here today.
That's right. So Nev is going to be our host tonight. And over here, I don't know where Miko is on my screen. One of these is that's Miko. And then there's John.
I am either.
I don't know. You're in a pretty purple galaxy.
Yes.
I am. I am a pretty purple galaxy.
So Nev is taking over hosting duties today because we have a special episode.
You said duty.
I was voluntold.
No. Ye who smelt it must host it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's why you never bring up ideas in the podcast, in the chat.
No ideas.
Oh, noted. Okay. No ideas.
Yeah.
You should just do what I do, Nev, and just, share emojis. Like, that's funny.
He did. When we told him he had to host, he shared nothing but emojis, and they were not happy ones.
Oh, that is right. They were not
Miko, when am I going to get your feet pics?
Wait a minute.
When you pay for them.
Miko, you can't send Aruk's feet pics before you send me feet pics.
I'm cuter than you, John.
I'm going to send you special feet pics. And when my socks get here, that's what you're going to get.
Oh, I can't wait to see them socks. My hoodie gets here.
I showed Scotty those socks. He's like, oh my God. You're not going to wear those to bed, are you?
Yes, you wear them to bed. You wear them all the time. Because new merch is available in the merch store. So we have a new merch store. You can get my face on a blanket.
Can we?
You can.
You can.
And you can get my face on your feet.
I think I've almost convinced my mom to get the blanket too.
So do you have underwear too? Can we get your face on underwear?
Actually,
that was discussed as our anniversary. That's going to be a special anniversary item when we hit a year. We're going to have John.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Is it gonna be going like on that face gonna go on the front? Because I can't wait for Scotty to see them.
Yeah, like
we thought about having a back of his head on the front and his face on the back.
I mean, he'll probably go on strike from, sex for like a month, but it'll be worth it.
We're going to call them Phasmophobia pants because it's what I do in Phasmophobia. I just stick my head there. I haunt your down parts like a ghost.
Speaking of Phasmophobia, so I've been in this whole ASMR video game to fall asleep to, and it's like Sea of Thieves. You're in the ocean, and there's a Phasmophobia one. Why would you want to try to fall asleep to that? Why?
ASMR is not always
in haunted houses.
ASMR is not always to fall asleep. Sometimes you just want to hear sound.
You got to create a mood.
Yeah,
you got to create a mood.
Serial killer.
Hey, some people are into serial killers. There's
some people are really into. Yeah, we're going to cover that.
Corrected. Oh, we are. Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, not on this podcast. I have a different podcast that I'm going to cover that on. You guys don't get my kinkery here. You just get my nudity.
Wait, what?
No, we just get your nudity.
Not tonight.
How did we get the short end of the stick on that one?
Ha! No pun intended.
No, it's a corkscrew, I thought.
It's a little piggy tail.
Wee, 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 wee.
Okay,
Gotta make everyone go wee.
What are we doing tonight?
The most.
Always. Well, tonight, in honor of Black History Month, we are talking about diversity.
You sound like a principal at a high school announcing it over
He really, really does.
Can you
No,
please stand for the
because it is
pledge?
Black History Month. We are going to assemble in the gymnasium at 4 p.m. Go ahead.
Yeah. And afterwards, there'll be a pep rally on the football field.
Please be sure not to block fire exits during the pep rally. The fire marshal was not happy with our antics last pep rally.
I'm
Two
into
fun
it.
facts. Fun facts.
Go ahead.
In the state of Texas, we pledge not only the United States, but we pledge to the state of Texas.
Spit that out.
And QAnon.
Fanatics.
You have to. It's really weird. The first time I heard it, I was like, "Is this a joke?" Like I thought it was a joke.
Do you?
And then we have a catchphrase at the end of every single announcement.
Is it God bless Texas?
No, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to. But yeah, it's a phrase, and you say
You
it
should
every.
post it in Discord. That way we can know what it is, but none of us have to say it out loud.
All right, but yeah, it's a catchphrase.
Why would you do that? You do realize one of us is going to read it out loud.
Okay, I'm not doing it.
Only you will do it. Only you will.
See, had you not said something, I would have done it because I am that naive. I'm like, sure, I'll share it.
Incidentally, if you could give me the back 3 numbers on your credit card, I have a bet with somebody.
you're not getting much if you do that. Sorry, Nev. Go ahead. I am sorry.
We need a derail counter.
A derail counter.
For the
I have a piece of paper. I will mark one.
It's not an emergency yet. It's not an emergency yet. Can you
Is your dog about to die?
Can you get the fucking bone, please? I love you. Thank you.
House catches fire. You can't get out of there. I'm glad.
Okay, Tonette. Bye.
Why are you calling me so I'm trying to get out of there? I don't understand that.
Because I'm podcasting right now.
Oh,
Do you?
That face right now. It's like I'm.
What derailment number is that? Thank you.
4.
Okay. 4.
All right.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Diversity.
We're talking about the significance of diversity in media, John.
Ah. I like it.
No, but for real, what is the first time you saw you guys self in geek media?
Saw myself?
Yeah,
myself?
saw yourself. Yeah, like someone who you thought that could be me in geek media.
Crumb, Real Monsters.
Aw.
It
would have to be Storm from the 90s X-Men.
She-Ra.
She-Ra?
Even though she was blonde, that's
blonde and blue-eyed.
Yeah, but that's the first time I because she was a woman. I think she was the strong woman. I think that was the first time I because I played her a lot. Like I pretended to play her a lot.
I don't know. I don't see myself in media very often. Like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be the bad guy. I loved villains because I thought they had the better story.
You didn't want to be the nude guy?
Well, I mean, I grew up to be the nude guy. Actually, when I was a kid, I wanted to be Egon Spangler, but I turned into Peter Venkman.
I can see that.
I'm not even joking. I idolized Egon Venkman. I mean, Egon Spangler growing up. And then one day I stopped and realized, holy shit, I turned into Venkman.
You did.
Mm-hmm. You did.
You did.
But I was
Except you don't have his witty one-liners, so...
I do, but just only in the shower or when I'm pooping.
Well, what you're usually doing on stream anyway, so...
Yeah. No,
or at least you share it via text.
I do. I have good one-liners in text. No, I was a quiet, nerdy kid. I wanted to be Egon because he was quiet, nerdy, and he was a Ghostbuster, and he was cool.
You didn't even have a slinky? I have part of a slinky. I streamed it.
What about you, Nev?
The villains are always better.
Yeah, villains are always better.
I think the first time, I was thinking about this, and I'm thinking the first time would have been Lando Calrissian.
Oh, smooth.
tied for next to that would have probably been like G.I. Joe.
I was
It
thinking,
was the only cartoon that had. What? Go ahead.
this is going to be like Captain Planet. Like
Leave
that
him
was,
alone.
I think that was like this thing. You were talking about Runners Up. I think I was thinking about that. I was like Captain Planet.
You know, the kids from Captain Planet are just the kids from Magic School Bus, right? Growing up. That's
That
true.
were also
Look
the
it
kids
up.
from the Burger King Kids meal.
Whatever happened to the teacher though?
Miss Frizzle?
She went on to
I
teach
mean,
other kids.
She
Okay.
went on about her business. She went on about her business.
She didn't
I'm
help.
not-
She's not helping him out. Why was there no crossover adventures between the new class and friggin' Captain Planet?
Look it up. Look up the pictures of the kids and look up the pictures. Look at pictures of both kids. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to find it.
He's gonna find it. Oh Lord. He's gonna find it. Look what he's done.
See, Nev, I always
No.
pictured you as Tuvok from Voyager.
Tuvok.
Tuvok.
Yeah, but I like Tuvok.
Actually, you know what? He was one of my favorite characters
way later.
on.
It was like,
Like-
90s.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite characters on that show.
Mm. My
I totally
favorite
didn't even
Vulcan
think
of all
about the Star
time
Trek.
had to be T'Pol
Or Geordi.
from
Geordi was
Enterprise.
also-
Oh my gosh.
Especially since
Yeah.
I had to wear glasses. Jordy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Jordy, that's a
I
good
don't
one.
think of anyone else. I can't really, other than Storm. I mean, that's about it. Unless you want to like go into the realm of wrestling world, because then China was like top tier. Because like, holy crap, you fight dudes! That's awesome.
Are you ready? It took me 3
That's what
seconds.
Did
Bam.
it?
3 seconds. Bam. What are we bamming? Oh, I have to.
Oh,
Uh,
look at them.
I put it
Oh.
in. I put it in the Discord too. I put it in the chat.
That's awful.
100%. Those are the kids.
My
Okay.
goodness.
See, Anna?
My
Not
point
crazy.
still stands, though. Even if they are, there was no crossover.
That's true.
Not
No
yet.
crossover.
Not
Totally
yet.
should have been one.
So I'm really disappointed in Miss Frizzle. Why wasn't she saving the frickin' planet?
First off, Captain Planet is a hard dude
You're
to
not
get.
listening to me. She had a drug problem and a drinking problem. There
She
was
was
a
a-
time where
Listen, she
I
was
mean,
a
she
Time
was a
Lord.
teacher.
She regenerated. He was
Oh, that's
Captain
true. I
Planet.
heard that theory too.
Besides, I don't think Gaia
She
would have
regenerated
appreciated
into
Captain
Captain
Planet
Planet?
talking to some other woman.
Yeah, Captain Planet, Miss Frizzle, same person. Time Lord.
No. Because
No,
that's a weak
no.
Time Lord. Like you can only
Time Lords
incorporate
don't
after
have
5
sisters.
kids come together and summon your ass.
That's a pedophile.
Yeah, that's true.
It is. What?
No,
My dad turned greedy summons me sometimes.
that's where I saw myself. If you really want to know where I saw myself in media, I was Soup.
It took you into adult life just to see yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I was a mixed race kid in a very white southern town, and so I don't.
So you want to know where I saw you in media growing up, Anna? You were the Teresa Barbie doll. Skin complexion, same hair color is the same. Like I do miss. Like I'm glad there's so much diversity around Barbies now. But like when we were coming up, you were siloed. You got white Barbie, black Barbie, who was Christy. What is it? Teresa, who was the Latina, and then there was one other one. I can't remember her name.
Was she the
Oh,
Pacific
but-
Islander one?
Mm-hmm. And I was just like, dang, let me just choose one and get in line and pay for it. And you only had 2 choices of Ken doll
Oh,
You
is
either
that
got
a J?
or Stephen. Holy crap. There's a ghost in here.
Hi, Jay.
I'm getting EMF level 5, you guys.
Wow.
I could turn his nameplate back on. Woo.
Oh no, he has to
God.
rearrange the whole screen.
Oh my gosh. I'm still
remember.
eating.
Oh.
And once
I don't-
again,
I don't
Anna
know,
is in the
growing up-
middle of our sexual tension.
It is. I've just accepted it. I'm the loser sandwich,
Welcome to
the
the
loser
mess.
cream filling.
One
So
day,
Jay,
just
what's
for
the first time you
the
saw yourself in geek media?
First time in geek media.
or just any
Yes.
media.
Such as like seeing my own preview window on OBS. Or...
No,
like,
Something
Like
that
growing up.
represented that you were like, hey, that could be that
Do
person.
you guys remember the Happy Time Harry episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
yeah,
That's probably where he saw himself.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, no. I mean, remember, I was the Rock in Scene 3.
He does like to be. He does like to be inanimate objects. You guys ever seen that cartoon Clarence?
Yeah.
He's his the redneck kid friend.
Oh.
That's Jay.
Oh, I'm definitely Krieger if we're going for animated cartoon characters.
I could see him being Krieger, 100%.
Also, yes.
100%.
Anna has this face that she doesn't know any of the names you're throwing out.
Nope. She's a square.
Because she's an adult who doesn't watch cartoons.
Lies and slander.
But,
Well, I do watch cartoons. They're all Barbie and
Oh, no. See, I watch the good cartoons.
Hey, first off, my Barbie's Island Adventure, masterpiece.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
I wanted to be Link from Legend of Zelda. I wanted to go on an adventure and save a princess when I was a kid.
but you are the princess.
Yeah, it turns out
When
I grew
I was
up
a
to be
kid-
Zelda.
I wanted to be Miss Scarlet from Clue so bad.
I
She was
wanted to be
bougie.
okay. I always, when we were playing, I had these two little boys next door that I used to play with. Not that
Whoa.
way.
Mhm.
And we played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had all the Ninja Turtles, and they always wanted me to play April. And I have nothing against being, but I always wanted to play Leonardo. And they're like, "No, you're a girl." And I'm like, "I want to play Leonardo. I don't understand why I have to play April." I got.
She
really
just
mad
has a
about
thing
that.
for flying
They
machines.
said because you were lame.
Wow.
Maybe they just
That's
thought
why I take the money,
bestiality was-
Miko. That's why I take the money.
Clearly,
they
the
thought you were
upbringing was
into
so hard,
bestiality.
just turned you into a cold, evil person that takes the money.
See, that's what happens.
It's better than having to be forced to be the Pink Ranger all the fucking time. I hated that with my cousins. It's like, why can't I be the yellow one?
John was always going to
Right.
fight people to be the Pink Ranger.
Damn straight, Kimberly was where it was at. She had a pterodactyl.
When do
Yeah. So
All right. Hers
speaking
were
of
was
geeky
pretty
and
cute.
television, however, yes, I'm late because I just got
Yes.
back from Pensacola, but I at least got something awesome as balls.
Why'd you go to
Oh,
Pensacola?
God. To get some cola.
Yeah.
No,
where
'cause
else
I had to
you
go to Best Buy.
Is that a Letterkenny shirt? Pitter patter! Let's
Pitter
get out! That's
patter.
adorable! I love it.
The whole fucking flag, and it was a quarter.
Well, I mean,
What?
it wasn't a Q1 or Trump flag, so I can imagine it not being as valuable.
Oh my god, there was so many of them.
Oh, gosh.
So many of those.
So many. Oh, my gosh. So many. That was a good question, though. I like that.
How aware of you guys were? How aware of you?
How aware were you of?
Yeah, diversity in geek media. When was the first time you realized there was a lack of, or
Star Trek original. When it was such a big thing when Kirk
Yeah.
kissed Uhura.
was?
My God, you're old.
I'm gonna be real honest.
Don't-
I grew up in a very
Don't hate
progressive
on me just
family.
because you want my AARP.
I didn't know about racism until like they taught me in school.
At least they taught you in school.
See, like, yeah, I grew up. My
I
family,
mean-
my family was very like, open, supportive, love
Hello.
everybody. I have, most of my older sisters are mixed race. It was
It's
like one of
also
those things.
because your mom's like a straight hippie.
Yeah, my mom's a
She is
hippie.
straight hippie.
So it was never like that. So because I lived in a predominantly white area, I didn't notice it because it wasn't one of those things that I felt like I was lacking something when, but just, just shows my privilege there. And,
Yeah.
but then when you get older and you're like, oh shit. Okay.
It had to be when I was
Privilege.
in like first or second grade. Like I said, when like it's like I was a girl and I was mixed race in a white town where they still had KKK rallies, like, so I wanted to be Leonardo, and they're like, no, you're the girl. You have to be the girl. And I'm going, well, it's
Jesus Christ, we're back on this.
Barbie.
Listen. It hurts to be assigned a role that you don't want to be.
It does.
It's damaging, and it leads you to take the money when you're old.
It does. And I kill horses and
kill horses.
And she's drowned horses and bombs. I would have to say, my experience was actually about the same as John's, except kind of the reverse. Because we were just heavily immersed in our own culture. Like, we didn't watch Friends. I didn't know Friends existed until I went to college. We watched Living Single. Same thing. Didn't necessarily like. Andy Griffith is the thing I noticed that I guess would be, less diversified, because there were I don't even remember one black person being on Andy Griffith unless they were a background character. And that's a show that we all love in my family. But we were very heavily immersed in just black culture, cult classics and stock and things, and went to school at predominantly black institutions. And the phrase "that's that white people shit" was commonplace.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I will say this. I grew up in Gaston County, and Gaston County is a real hick town, like a real hick county. Not super racist.
You don't have time to be racist when you're doing meth.
Yeah, it was just like...
I was about to say, I think...
We're meth addicts.
You must have lived in the, like, progressive side, because down in Cherville, there was, like, it was not.
Okay, no, Cherville's a whole different story.
Side, that's where you find the racist. And we don't even talk about Cherville.
Like
we don't talk about
And
Cherville.
I love that you say it correctly.
Yeah, Cherville is the backest of back country. Cherville. But like I lived in
Gaston. Like Cherryville.
Well, I don't say Gaston County. Gastonia. Gastonia wasn't. Is not. They care about a lot of things. Race, gender, and any of that shit. It's not one of them. But who has the good?
They just want to know how much copper you have in your house to see.
Yeah, we want to know copper. But I mean, I grew up watching, Family Matters, Fresh Prince, but I also watched Step by Step and Full House. That was it.
Dude, that was that whole TGIF lineup. I mean,
yeah. And so when as a kid, there's two different shows. They're all over here. They're all over there. Like, I saw the segregation, but I didn't really necessarily peg it as segregation of like television. Which it really was back then. It was just like, love TGIF.
Jay, I just noticed your stream title. Are you sober, sir?
What the fuck is the stream title?
Are we sober?
I'm sober.
Yeah, I am.
What about you, Nev?
Try not to get hammered on a Wednesday. Oh,
yeah,
God.
Nev.
What about me?
What about you? Yeah.
That's the question. We just derailed ourselves.
Answer too.
Okay. So...
Wasn't prepared for us to unrail ourselves.
Clearly. You're okay, bud.
Is weird, because...
Yeah.
I think... So I didn't grow up in a stable environment. So...
So there were no horses?
No, there were no horses whatsoever. No, I did not horse riding.
Somebody drowned them all.
It was weird. They all in a bog. We didn't know where, who, or why, but they were. So I didn't really have like established shows that we watched or something like that. When I finally was with my grandparents for a while, they were heavily into novellas.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish novellas, so that was what was on most of the time. If it wasn't that, it was westerns, because my grandfather liked westerns. So I'd stay away from. I played outside most of the time. Other than cartoons, I really didn't watch it much as a kid. Cartoons because Saturday morning cartoons was still a thing, and the real Saturday morning cartoons, not
like
the garbage
legit
had
ones
in the 90s.
Oh, that's right. You're a little older than us. I forgot.
Yeah.
He's older than time itself.
And then, what was the other one? Oh, Sunday. Sunday was way better.
Sunday.
We had Godzilla. We had Kung Fu. You guys didn't have any of that on Sundays. I
No.
feel bad for you.
Sundays was church day. We couldn't watch TV.
Yeah. Oh,
It was fried. It was fried
Otherwise,
chicken
the
day.
Any
devil
electronics
will
at
get
all?
you.
Do you okay? If you want to know, something crazy.
My aunt had that.
The racist stereotype that black people like fried chicken and watermelon. When I was a kid, I thought I was black because that was my favorite thing to eat.
Oh my
The
god.
first time I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, me too." And I felt really connected for a moment, and then someone told me it was bad to feel that, and I was like, "Oh,
You should be ashamed.
you don't. That's a stereotype. Don't do that." And I'm like, "But it's awesome. That's one of my favorite." Because when I was a kid, that was what we did every Sunday in summertime. Go get a
Was fried chicken and
giant,
eat watermelons.
100%. Because my
Go be
grandfather
racist.
grew watermelons,
Mhm.
and Hardy still sold fried chicken.
Your mom always used to come with a
Hardee's
watermelon
fried
to my house in the
chicken. Oh
summer.
my god.
Wow,
I
John,
miss
you're making
Hardee's
it
fried
sound like
chicken
you're about to
so
steal my party
much.
hat.
No.
Your formal white party hat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it's completely sidebar. Hardee's fried chicken. Oh my gosh, it used to be so good. Like it used to be better than
Right?
Church's chicken.
And now it's trash.
When they sold hot dogs and stuff too. Oh my gosh.
They started selling
Hardee's
hot dogs
is
again.
amazing.
But
Well, ours
they,
just closed, so they became Red Burrito and then they closed.
they sold two things that I
Yeah.
loved. Roast
joined
beef
with Red
sandwiches and fried chicken, which were my two favorite foods. And then Arby's and KFC came into the mix.
That would explain your choice in your first wife with the roast beef.
Wow.
That was first girlfriend, not wife.
Adam's face, she said, "Oh."
Now I can't unsee it in my head.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Wow.
Got that horsey sauce.
Oh,
In other news,
Nev, get us back on track.
in other
Get
news,
us back on
I get
track.
extra points if I can derail us and make John gag.
no,
We up to
vomiting on
11.
stream is against 2S. So, actually, so this is one funny thing. I was looking for black authors because I was like, oh, we're going to talk about Black History Month and all the different things. And I found out I don't think I've ever actually read any black authors.
Chuck Potato Cat.
I'm gonna
But then
tell you
again, I
right
was
now.
looking through all the authors I've read, and I'm like, I don't know the race or ethnicity of like 90% of these people.
Yeah, I
They're
was
just
about to say.
names on a side of a
was
book.
I don't even
Unless
look
they
at
put a picture on the back, I have no idea.
if it's not
I don't-
Stephen King, I have no idea what the author of any book I've ever read looks like.
Can you stand up, please?
Timothy Zahn, only because I got drunk with him. He's the only
I
guy.
actually know one. Because, again, same issue.
Like I know black authors, but I don't think I've ever read any stuff either, though. Nikki Giovanni, I like her poems. She's black. I like her book of poetry.
One for sure. I can't remember his name, which makes it like really bad. He was at Mysticon in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
He did a whole excerpt reading of his book. It was really fucking good. Said where to go buy it, so I tried to find it. Could not find it. Saw him the next year. And then was able to get it from him there.
Oh.
Really good book. Really chill fucking dude, too.
Is John Hartness black? I'm just kidding. John Hartness is.
we all like stopped breathing for a second.
Right.
We're like,
Yeah, I was like
John.
John Hartness. John Hartness is a friend of mine. He's an author. He's like I was trying to think of all the authors I actually know who they were.
Hardee's moment again.
how would you feel if like one of your favorite characters was a different race?
I don't give a shit.
You
I
mean
wouldn't even say.
from one media to another?
I was about, like, from a book,
just,
or do you
just
mean...
in their static?
Just
their
in
generation?
general, like say because I was sitting here thinking Doctor
like the
Who.
whole
Like, they've
changing...
But see,
all been white.
Even in books, I don't think I've ever really
And
paid
so
attention
has
to
James
the ethnicity of a
Bond.
character.
I mean,
They
Eldris
make characters.
Idris
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. I would love for him to play James Bond. I don't give a shit.
Oh, he'd be a beautiful James Bond.
Yeah.
He'd be
If it's a character,
now. if it's reversed, I have a reaction. I have a good reaction because, like, if Static Shock automatically started being a white guy, what?
I'd have a reaction, but
I feel weird.
I don't know if it would be abhorrence or absolute hysterical laughter at how bad it is now from that adjustment.
Yeah.
Right.
Because kind of look at the whole show and go, wait.
Yeah, but usually when I see those, I just shake my head because it's like, why? Why did you have the need to go change that?
Well, they
like Spider-Man. Wasn't there a talk about like what's his name, Glover or whatever?
Morales.
but he's gonna play Miles Morales.
Miles, but that's
not Peter Parker.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whole alternate universe.
Well, they changed
Spider-Man
they
thing.
changed Nick Fury from a angry white dude to an angry black man, and I thought that was a great change because
That was
Yeah,
an
but I think-
amazing change, but
yeah,
I think that was more because
still
it was
an
Samuel L.
angry.
Jackson and less because it
Yeah.
was black. It was more the
Yeah.
personality there.
Yeah,
but I like that. I mean,
and really
The
that's what
same
I'm gonna-
personality gets you your own purple lightsaber.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
It does.
I have a purple
It does.
lightsaber wand for that reason.
But see,
Let
that's
me-
really where the character is. That's where the character is made, is in the personality.
Yeah.
like Sean said,
Yeah.
how about when we found out the stormtrooper was black, like Finn? I'm like, I mean,
I thoroughly
I didn't
enjoyed I didn't really care. People were that wasn't a clone.
yeah, I
So
mean,
thought that was a cool thing.
I always assumed stormtroopers were all of race, of all race. I knew they
Right.
were all
They
human.
were kidnapped orphans from everywhere at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they signed up.
Well, it was
Or
a
before they were cloned.
clone army. I figured they
before they
just
were
kind of
cloned.
go through and be like, okay, this guy's the strongest. We're going to use that, and then this guy's
Right.
this. We're going to use that.
Well, you
So
remember they
they'd
took a
be this, like-
Mandalorian as the template, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be this like mismatch.
Now,
but
if
I
we could
remember,
look in it deeper with our intellectual glasses, it could be subconsciously problematic that Finn was a black stormtrooper or a stormtrooper of color simply because he stepped out of ranks, because he went rogue and all that. It also portrays black characters as troublemakers, and that can be a problem.
I mean, I think troublemakers come in all races.
There's that degree you got going on.
But you're right.
It comes from the troublemaker. Really?
A very subconscious microaggression. That's just like, so over Christmas break, for me, I binge watched loved it completely. Loved the diversity. I love the black
Binge
queen with
watched
the white
what?
king husband.
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Okay.
I loved it.
I
It was
loved
so
it.
good.
It was beautiful. The dialogue's beautiful. The character development was beautiful. The only thing I did not like was not the interracial love between the Duke and the Duchess. It was not that. I thought that was beautiful. It was not, the fat shaming of Penn, even though she was fucking awesome and everyone should love her. It was the fact that I can't remember her name. She was a black girl.
Marina?
And it was yeah. Well, the one that was pregnant that needed to get
Yeah,
married.
Marina, like
Yeah,
Miss Marina
Marina.
or whatever. Yeah.
I just didn't like that she had to be a person of color. Like, that could happen to anybody. We don't have to marry you off in secret to help you cover up your pregnancy. We could have done that with anyone.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the one time I don't like when you change the race of somebody, you do it, and it doesn't, like, if there's a natural reason to do it, great. If you're doing it just because, like, well, no, we have to. I hate that because
Affirmative action, media style.
yeah, I don't like affirmative action. I think there should be more diversity, but I believe that
It needs to be organic.
yeah, it needs to have the organic. We don't be like
At least come up with a damn good story.
yeah.
Tell us why.
Put some
Don't just be
fucking
like,
people in.
Yeah, I mean, if a superhero movie came out and the main lead was any color, and then they rebooted it and they changed his color, and if they had a good reason for it or they were trying to tell a different story and it made sense, don't give a shit.
why did you choose them for the role? We only had 2 others.
But then you get things like Prince of Persia.
Oh god.
Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal. But
And
the thing
every
is, I
movie ever made.
didn't agree with that at all. I'm just like, I want the best person to get, like, I want the character to be
Or
reflected.
what was it Gods of Egypt?
Oh
There you go.
God. No, all
Then
those
you mean
movies are
better
hot
portrayed who's
garbage.
getting burned 5 minutes out there in the desert? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna stay away from any of the whole religious-based Middle Eastern things because that just gets into a whole second set of topics.
White
We're just
Jesus.
not gonna do that. Exactly.
White
Jesus.
Jesus.
White Jesus.
What? Jesus.
Let's get this white boy and nail him to a stick.
Holy white
I like
Jesus.
baby Jesus better.
Except
Little
for when
baby
he's
Jesus
being pooped
laying
out.
there with your baby Einstein.
Listen,
You
I
don't
still
poop-
stand by it. You can't throw a baby Jesus. You got to poop him out.
You don't poop baby Jesus.
You have to save him like Wee Man.
No.
Anyway, no, I think you have to be true to the character. I mean, if you're going to change it, change everything around it, change the story, write a new story. Make it organic. Don't cast a pasty white dude to play an Egyptian. I can't think of the African
you
American.
put on him, he will not be Egyptian.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. If you have to apply darker makeup to somebody, cast a darker person.
And this is side by side on the topic, but I don't like actors that play trans people. Hire trans people.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Hire trans people. Why? Like, this isn't something cute like Harry Potter with what's her name? With Bellatrix pretending to be Bellatrix, who's pretending to be Hermione. That's not what I mean. I mean, if you have never lived the experience, do not have the genetic chemistry connection to portray this person, don't do it. Don't do it.
There are plenty of
100%.
trans actors out there. And, more so as that's becoming, regular in common media, which I'm very happy about. Yeah. That's true. The only time I disagree with that is in Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. I'm sorry.
Listen, he gets a pass because
That
he's
whole thing
legitimate.
was a commentary on it. So
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a commentary. It was a mockery of people that do it.
Yeah, exactly that.
Because not
Here's
only
the
did he
dude playing another dude
impersonate
who's
a black
playing
guy,
another dude.
he also impersonated an Irish guy, an Australian, all of that. Like, dude, don't get lost in character.
He's a dude.
I know
Playing
Nev is a
another
host.
dude. Who's
Pretending
playing
to be a dude,
another
playing
dude.
another dude.
This is a question I always want to ask every time this topic's put up. Do you think they could make Blazing Saddles today?
Absolutely
Lord,
not.
no.
People can handle it. Fuck no. Fuck no.
No, absolutely not.
No. Absolutely not.
Funniest
If
movie
they-
ever.
I love that movie. It's a
I
great
think
movie.
I would say they could. They have to change the humor. It would have to be more.
Fair.
If they rewrote it and changed the humor, they could redo Blazing Saddles today.
Let's hope they
Then
never,
it
because you
Kind
don't
of
touch
wouldn't
that.
be Blazing Saddles. It'd be, the new one.
Right.
That'd be like
more
saying
History
History of the
right
World
in.
Part 1. You can't make that kind of movie anymore. History of the World Part 1? No.
No, because that was well, History of the World Part 1 was again another satire showing the blatant stereotypes that existed during the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is something I noticed about, because I used to love to listen to comedy radio, hear all different things. I've gotten to the point where I'm so high in my awareness of things like microaggressions, things like comedians are rarely funny to me now, because it's I get it because it's connected, but it's still fucked up, guys.
Media has
No.
changed.
Comedians are rarely funny
No.
anyway.
This is funny. It's have you guys seen Ace Ventura? The very
Mhm.
first
Yeah.
one. I love that fucking movie when I was a kid, and then it has this very, very blatant anti-trans message in it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, it didn't even pick up when you're a kid, and that's how much.
Not only
the world has
anti-trans,
changed.
anti-gay.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just okay. And I'm like,
Yeah.
now if I watch that movie, I'm mortified because then I just wasn't aware. I have a brother
Yeah.
who's trans. I was like,
But-
that's super offensive.
But following that same thing, it's not good, it's not whatever. Point is, do you pretend it didn't exist, like what seems to keep happening where they go, oh no, that never happened. Let's get
That
rid
never
of it.
happened. Take those books off the shelf.
The Little House on the Prairie deal, yeah, okay, that's fucked up. Now let's learn something from that. Go,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
okay then, not okay now. Let's figure out why things have changed and understand it. Not go, oh no, that never happened. Fuck off.
That
No,
never
I
happened.
don't
know
believe you should ever
This is
censor
a
media.
dream.
Or like go back and change it. Other than them editing out Trump in the Home Alone movie to be adult
Adult
Kevin
That is
McAllister.
adorable. Adorable. And I would
They
love to see it
edited-
happen. I would cry. That'd be
But I don't believe that you should go back and censor stuff like that. Like, you know, those, you know, are part of development regardless of who you are. And as offensive they are, they need to stand as reminders.
See,
that
call it an
this is
exaggeration.
offensive.
Call it an exaggeration, but it'd be like going back and saying, "Oh no, Hitler! No, it wasn't him. It was this other guy." Because now Germans are offended by being brought up and connected to this thing.
Yeah.
So they go, "No, there's no guy named Hitler. That was
no.
Mark. Mark.
That was Mark.
That was him."
Mark did it. This is all Mark.
It's
I'm
the
sorry
same
now.
thing.
We're fine.
Trying to just go, "Nope, never happened." That's nope. No, now they
okay,
have
we're
more,
not really
they have
saying
more
Hitler never
Holocaust
We're just giving an
memorials than
example.
we do. You know, kind of as they should, but they have more because they go, no, we're gonna remember this so we don't let that shit happen again.
Yeah.
Back
No,
the big orange potato. Let's not let that happen again. Let's remember this.
Okay,
Not go,
But
oh no, that never
let's
happened.
let's not forget that is going to have a hard time happening because we can't even get textbooks to be printed the right way.
We can't.
Indigenous people and people of color agreed to slavery and being pushed off their land. Okay.
Wait, the
Yeah, it was
Indians
Wait,
said,
did they?
It was contractual.
Will
I was
Where?
wait a minute. I was taught differently. Is that
The
a thing?
trailer was a happy time. Are you done?
it's while they were moving.
So
They
what
just
you're saying
chose
is
to
there are
move to
history
another
books that
area.
says white
They
people went
weren't
over to
slaves,
Africa, said, "Hey guys,
what?
do you guys want to come work for us? We're not going to pay you anything, and we're going to treat you like crap." And they were just okay with it. Is that what you're telling me? History book says.
Now while we don't kink shame. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, once again, you have to look at the changes throughout history. I no longer have it. McDaniel, John, you know McDaniel, Jonathan McDaniel. He still has the science books that we found in this old freaking antique store that, no joke, talk about the demons in your blood are the
You should
reason.
do cocaine about it.
Well, they're the reason why you're running a fever and you're throwing up is the demons in your blood. It is no joke, and this is a science textbook from like the late 18s, early 19s, science textbook for school.
You should do cocaine about it.
Now, granted, it's only about like that thick, but that's all they knew of science at the time.
No,
Science, boy.
It was just,
the
the whole context, and then big letters, demons in blood was the rest of the book. That's all I could
demons in your blood, boy.
Well, we have to look
demons in your blood. That shit hot.
We have to look at media as both good and bad going forward. I mean, it's like trees in a trunk. Trunk rings in a tree. If you chop a tree down, you have these rungs of history. That's what media is.
I like trees in a trunk.
Trees in a trunk.
Yeah, trees
if
in
you
my
put
trunk.
trees in a trunk,
or trunk of
I got
a
trees in my trunk.
if you look
Bet
at like
you do. Got some junk in
you
there.
could actually,
I got lots of junk in there.
and I think we'll get this, especially in the next 50 years. We'll be able to look back and go, these are the defining moments in media. This is where this became taboo. This is where we learned that this wasn't the right, and so on and so on. Like,
and let's be real about that. It all depends on the textbook that gets to determine what goes in there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, it's that whole, who has the money to write the book.
Can you give me that back, please?
You look at any point in history, and there's shit we look at now. They go, "Wait, you guys were cool with what now?"
What?
Do you think
what now?
Thomas Jefferson's responsible for how many?
do you guys think?
Look at shit, and at that time, oh, that's cool. That's whatever. Now it's like, wait, you let what You let who do the what now?
Do you
Whereas-
guys think?
God only knows how much shit we're gonna see in even our own lifetimes, given the exponential growth curve. In our own lifetimes, that we're gonna go, wait, we did what when we were younger?
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, do you guys think in 20 years we'll look back at like this podcast or like shit we did and go, I can't believe I fucking said that.
You
I
used to
think about that
talk.
now.
Probably.
You used to
Yeah.
talk in an open forum with other people.
People talking
There were
about
things I thought
literal
of as a
doo-doo
kid that I'm
water.
like, now,
Literal
like, hell no.
Doo-doo water.
Well, I mean, there is that. Hell, look at half the shit we did when we were in elementary school, and you go, yeah, that shit's not cool.
Before
Yeah.
the internet.
Exactly.
But before the internet, God,
How much
I-
dumb shit you did and went, no, I seen somebody get voted out of office for that shit.
yeah.
Just because they had it
Oh, I'm
on
thinking about
video.
how much toxic shit I did, and just because it was the shit I was shown to do as a kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think my biggest fear, and this is the example I was given and the example I was given.
Spiders.
There is a picture in our textbooks. It was about segregation, and it was the white people protesting, and you see these angry people yelling at these black students just trying to go to school, and I'm like, don't be that person, because when that picture was taken, forever someone will be able to go, that's my family member.
You're
And I'm like, I don't want to be that person in the history book that, they take a picture and be like, that's what you don't do.
But once again, look at the poor little German kid that's named Adolf.
True.
Yeah.
I
True.
named you for your great granduncle. Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
I'm gonna get beat up so bad when the kids see this at school.
Well, think about the kids who were named Adolf like right after the war.
Or right
They already
during
named-
the
they
war.
already named. They had no choice. It was like,
Yeah, or before the actual war, while he was just a standardized politician.
That's not me, but
'Cause there
that's
was-
me.
Many years he was just a standard politician before he said, hey, I'm gonna be an absolute fucko and try to wreck the world. He was a politician, and he was a damn good one.
yeah, but
Like-
he was a populist then too. He tried to do exactly, take
Yeah,
but
over
he
the
went-
government and then failed and then went back and did it the other way.
And then he succeeded, but getting he never did the whole, hey, this is bad, you should do it. No, he just made everybody think it was their idea, which is a very effective way. Still a piece of shit, but it's very effective.
It's
Why?
essentially what
So-
Trump tried, except that Trump only, catered to insane people.
Except that was, again, no, it was my idea. It was my idea the whole time. You'll never tell another person it was your idea because it was my idea. It's
Except
a great
now.
island.
Except now while he's on trial, he's like, I don't know. I don't know where they're getting this. Is my idea.
Yeah, see, this is the most dangerous time we're in right now politically because no one knows what he's saying because you've taken away all of his platforms, but he's still talking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's still talking somewhere.
And who is he talking
There are
to?
people still listening because
Jeez,
you
nuts.
still see those news articles about other people being, bombarded by
Yeah.
supporters. So there's still stuff happening.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just all
Oh,
happening
yeah.
under the radar now.
Oh yeah.
I'm about tired of living in historical moments. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
It's too bad.
Oh, you didn't
I
want to
know.
live in interesting times?
Like,
No,
listen.
see,
It
I
is
say
the
that-
20s after
I-
all.
I
The
say
plague,
if they're doing
the stock market
everything,
is so far up right now. It's bound to happen, guys.
Look,
That-
I remember.
the stock market is only high because I
Well, we
put
have to wait
it
until the
there.
end of the 20s.
It's
The end of the
mine.
20s. Remember, because we have the roaring 20s where it's all good and great, and then right at the end.
Oh no,
It's the
it's the
Yeah.
roaring 20s because we all just want to go outside and scream at the sky.
No, I remember the 90s. The 90s were like, stuff happened in the 90s, but it wasn't historical. It was just like, and there
Our
was the
president got
90s.
blown off.
We
Yeah.
just had some really weird music and some energy drinks that would make
Some
you
rock
kidney
fan was like, hey,
stones.
come hold this trumpet real quick. It was great.
You got ska in the 90s. I mean,
Yeah. We
we
yeah,
just did some weird shit and just vibed.
It was cool. It
And
was like,
listened
all right,
and
well,
killed robots so we could talk to each other.
we're going to be a
We had to go
footnote in the
kill
history
3
books.
robots.
And we were all okay with it. We were like, I'll be a footnote. I'm fine with that. Now we're like, fuck, this is going to be like.
No, it's all these kids want participation trophies.
No,
So now they got to go out and do bigger and better things.
I'm just thinking of all my grandkids who are going to come to me about a report they have to do about the civil unrest, the plague, and they're going to be like, what did you do?
What were the 90s like back in my day?
Netflix used to come in the mail.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
let's get back to home.
I'll be like, the 20s
The
were
internet
okay.
used to come in the mail.
There was a virus, a reality show took over the country, a lot of masturbation.
A lot of master and bread making. Bread making.
We all learned
I
to make
never
bread.
made bread. I
I
worked
didn't
out.
either.
I'm
Right,
making bread.
same.
Listen, I was making bread before the plague, so
I was making brownies.
I did that too.
I'm making brownies.
There's a lot of drugs done in the 20s.
Yeah. I mean, well, okay. To be fair, there were a lot of drugs done in all the decades of my life, but still, to be fair,
That's what happens when you've got demons in your blood.
I got demons in my blood. That's what I did last night.
Cocaine about it.
I did cocaine about it while I waited for the crack gator.
All right, so real quick, crack gator. Speaking of crack gators, black
Crack
directors
gator,
and
bruh.
thespians.
Black
And
directors and thespians.
Directors and
sweetie.
thespians.
Put your hearing aids in. Thespian.
I
Lesbians.
don't want to hear
I-
Mrs. Clippy.
I love black
Don't be
lesbians.
Clippy with me.
Come Clippy with me.
Oh, you said
I will-
lesbians.
There are more black directors and producers out there than Jordan Peele. I'm just gonna say it. There are more. There
Yes,
are
there are.
more people responsible.
Ryan Coogler.
More, and other than Tyler Perry, also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
oh
is it?
God.
Shondaland. She did Bridgerton. She did what was it? Insecure, I think. Like there are a lot of black writers, black producers, and even if whoever produces it doesn't necessarily mean they wrote it because people don't seem to understand that.
No.
There are lots of going back to black authors and black writers that write for comedy shows, that write for series and movies and things like that. That's another complete segue sidebar. If you are writing a part for a person of color, make sure there's a person of color on your writing team.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk like that.
Do you
But that's
though?
We don't. We
No.
don't. Oh, what's up, homie? Wow.
I honestly, okay,
Bruh.
as someone who has written, I don't have race in mind when I'm writing. I mean, you've read stuff I've written because
In
you've
crayon?
acted in
Bullshit,
things.
we were
I have.
constantly racing because you knew you couldn't. go in the
Nev has
bathroom
acted
after
in
me.
films, and I've written stuff with Nev in mind, but that I didn't write it with in mind of like, oh, a black guy has to play this. I was like, no, Nev has to play this guy. Nev particularly. Like I write a part because I know Nev, and I'm like, Nev would be really awesome as this. And sometimes it was just like, do you think we can make Nev do this?
And in full disclosure, I was there for one of his meetings in which he said, "Do you think we could get Nev to do this?"
100%. And mainly because Nev is a fantastic actor, and when you give Nev a role, he plays that role, and boy howdy, you just buckle up.
Especially if it means getting to throw you into something.
Yeah.
13 times. Okay.
13 times. No,
That was only bruising.
Allegedly.
It's just bruising.
Just some bruising.
I don't
Just some
I don't
bruising.
think I've ever
Alleged.
written a particular role for a race in anything I've ever done. I've just been like, I'll write the role and who seems natural playing it. And then you do tryouts. My first film had the main lead was an African American. We had white and black try out for that. And he was just a good fit for it. I was like, that's the character right there. Yeah, I like it.
But that comes back to the whole Nick Fury thing. It's not about writing the character for a certain person. No, it's how about you let everybody go and go, no, that's the fucking dude. That guy.
Yeah. But that's how I write.
That's the attitude I want.
I write stories and it's just who falls into that category. Like this person, I love that. I didn't break mine out. I actually deleted mine from this set on OBS because I was like, we're not going to be able to tolerate those shenanigans.
Accidentally.
No, I purposely, right before we
I
started.
did it. I did it.
What's hilarious is after last week's cast when we kept doing laptop. So when I'm streaming my camera there, I'm like, oh shit, there, let me. Don't have time for you to frighten clients.
Please tell me. Yeah, so your class got to see me. Do you think in 20 years that face will be offensive?
It's offensive now, John.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. If I'm going to be offensive,
Yeah,
I want it to come out the gate.
I'm waiting on her to be doing, Ask Dr. Miko and just slam that up on the screen and be like, this is you right now. Calm down.
You're being ridiculous. You see this? This is you.
Exactly. This is you right
Serious
now.
face.
We got to wrap
You
up.
good?
It's about that time.
It
Is
is.
it?
It's past
Alright.
that time.
Okay. Well, then to wrap up, I wanted to bring up one thing because I was looking for this. Black musicals. Can you name a black musical other than Hamilton?
Other than
Porgy
I
and
don't
him.
name a
Bess.
musical at all.
Porgy and Bess.
I know 3
You know,
musicals.
whenever I hear about Porgy and Bess, I always think about the Orgy and Bess.
I know 3 musicals. One is The Book of Mormon. One is Hamilton.
Oh, Dreamgirls.
And Dreamgirls.
Repo.
Yep.
Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Is it a
Repo.
musical?
Ha, got one.
Yeah, there's The Temptation. I was gonna go see it this summer or in April.
You're making it up.
It's a lie.
I never lie
Lies.
about The Temptations. Never lie about The
I actually
Temptations.
do not like the Temptations. I don't like them. I know it's ridiculous. When A Too Bad comes on the radio, I get angry. I don't know. Probably some internal trauma. I don't know. I just
Is that
don't like
because they say they're steak and tuna flavored and they're never steak and tuna flavored? They're just all dry and
Right.
gritty and the damn zipper pull never works right.
I do
They
like the
tear
ones
half
with the
bag
catnip in them, though. I do like those with catnip in them, though.
off. Right.
But no, the Christmas crap, I'll listen to all of it because it is tradition. But other than that, don't like the Temptations.
Tradition is just peer pressure from dead people.
Yeah.
Factual.
I can't speak to you anymore, Rico. I just can't. Like The Temptations. I saw them twice in concert.
What? You can't speak to me? Oh.
Wait.
You know what? Now I don't give a shit that I took the money. Now I know somewhere deep down. Screw you.
How many times did we go off the rails? What's our rail count?
I'm counted for.
18.
18? That sounds like accurate.
That sounds like a good podcast. Fantastic.
Miko, you can't count the off the rails because you're cause of the off the rails about as much as I am.
What?
Yeah. It has been discussed that me and you are the reason we go off the rails 90% of the time.
We are. Yeah. Like that even shows through in our gaming. It's awful.
Do you
Remember
notice in
when
the
me and you
podcast,
just went and built
Miko
a
and John
bar?
are on one side, and then Jay and Never on the other, and it's just like this divide of.
And you're just kind of looking around like, you guys are just doing the most.
Do you guys remember when me and you went and built a bar?
We went to where?
We went and built a bar in 7 days.
Our
The whole
brewery. Oh,
game.
it was so great.
And we
So
just
great.
stopped what we were doing. We're like, you know what? Let's build a brewery. And that became the rest of our gameplay.
Yep.
Anyway, we got to wrap up because I got to be somewhere else.
Purple
You're in
fucking
trouble.
lightsabers.
Got stuff to do.
I got stuff to do. Wednesday's a busy day.
I do too. It is.
Your face is
No,
What do you
I
think?
want to
So
thank you.
I am currently rewriting our content calendar, so I will have that up for you tomorrow.
So what happened to the original one?
Things change.
her
I
Mac
see.
crashed
It wasn't Mac. She said she has a PC.
I do
So
have a
it
PC.
must be user
With a-
error. She must
with a
have,
big
like, deleted
apple
it
on the back.
accidentally.
I actually know what happened.
Everybody.
Overwrote it with the blank file.
Bam!